Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So my goal with this YouTube channel is to share with you guys all the valuable lessons and the costly mistakes that I have done throughout my dropshipping journey over the last 5 years, running my branded dropshipping store so that you can learn from them and avoid all the pitfalls and mistakes that I did myself so that you shortcut your way to success and reach your goals with dropshipping as fast as possible and know how to handle the hurdles and the obstacles once they do happen. Because trust me guys, with dropshipping, literally anything and everything can go wrong any time of the day, of the week, of the month, of the year. It's one of the most unpredictable online businesses out there if you do not do things in the right way and if you are not armed with a strong backup strategy. Now, what I mean with the strong backup strategy when it comes to dropshipping, since dropshipping is a business model that involves a lot of moving parts, what I mean by moving parts is suppliers, online banks, payments processors, online advertising platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google Ads. Now, the good thing about dropshipping is it has very low barriers to entry, and it lets a lot of people that do not necessarily have the required budget to launch a traditional or an online business that requires a lot of capital. But the flip side of the coin is that it's one of the most unpredictable online businesses out there. Now, I'm not saying that all other online businesses are predictable. Obviously, even physical businesses have some sort of unpredictability when you are running them. But I would say that dropshipping is definitely among the highest ones when it comes to how unpredictable it is and how many things can go wrong. Now, the reason why it's a very unpredictable business model is because you have very limited control over so many things, over the supply chain, over the shipping times, the products that you ship, the quality control, the sourcing processes, the payouts of your payment processor. Since you do not have inventory and you have to rely on a supplier, but you have very limited control and flexibility over the products that you buy off of your supplier and ship out to your customers. So with this in mind, a lot of things can go wrong. And since dropshipping is made up of a lot of moving parts, a lot of these moving parts can go wrong, can either get shut down, banned. And what you have to keep in mind is that all of these moving parts are highly interconnected between each other. So this is why I am sharing with you my backup strategy, which has worked quite well for me in the last few years, since I was able to run my business over these last few years and be able to overcome a lot of the obstacles that have come my way, mostly because of the backup strategy which I have applied throughout my dropshipping journey. And it's something that I highly advise that you guys apply for yourself as well, because trust me guys, with dropshipping you can never have as many backups. So what I mean by a lot of moving parts that can go wrong is basically, for example, you got suppliers, you got online banks, online advertising platforms, you got payment processors, you've got shipping companies, you've got your team that you outsource some of the tasks that help you with fulfilling a lot of the tasks that are associated with running your dropshipping business. So all of these components which make up your business, each and every single one of these components can go wrong. And like I said before, if one thing goes wrong, everything else can potentially be affected and you could potentially end up losing your dropshipping business, God forbid. So to ensure that you get the highest longevity for your dropshipping store, you have to make sure that you get at least one backup for each and every single component of your dropshipping business. The more you get, the higher. If you can get 3, 4, 5, as many backups as possible for every single component. The most critical component, I would say, is obviously the payment processor, and it's actually the riskiest. It just so happens that the riskiest component that can go down has the highest likelihood of destroying all your business. So what you want to do with your payment processor, you never want to put all your eggs in one basket. Now, my strategy, typically what I do for payment processors is I make sure that I not only provide Stripe, but besides Stripe, I provide PayPal, and I also provide BNPL, which is buy now, pay later payment options. Now, the reason why I do this is because it sort of dilutes your payments across different payment processors. So you do not get 100% of the payments going into your Stripe account, because if you have 100% of your payments going into your Stripe account, then 100% of the risk goes into your Stripe account, and if something goes bad, then your Stripe account can get shut down anytime. So the more payment processors you have, the more you spread the risk and the less risky it will be for each and every single one of your payment processors to be shut down or to be banned. So once you do this, you make sure that you have at least 2 payment processors. You make sure that you have PayPal and the BNPL, buy now, pay later payment option. You make sure that you have a backup option for every single payment processor, including Stripe, PayPal, and including the BNPL. For Stripe, you want to have another payment processor, ideally Shopify Payments or Braintree or Checkout.com or any other major payment processor. If you are from the US, this is going to be very easy for you to get. But for people that are not from the US, it's going to be a lot more challenging to get something else than Stripe. For PayPal, it's probably not going to be possible because in PayPal's terms and conditions, they say that you should only use one business PayPal account per business. So I'm not sure if it's feasible to get a backup account with PayPal, but PayPal is not that big of a deal because it's a quite risky payment processor. So losing it might actually be a blessing in disguise because you will just lose the chance of potentially getting all of your money taken away by PayPal. The third BNPL, which is buy now, pay later option. Again, there are so many alternatives. So what I recommend is getting at least 2 of them. So if one gets shut down, you can immediately carry on accepting payments with the BNPL payment solution. Same goes for Stripe. If your Stripe account is shut down or banned, you can immediately carry on accepting payments by switching your payment processor to Shopify Payments or whatever other payment processor you have as a backup. Just imagine, guys, you put all your eggs in one basket, in one Stripe account, all your payments, 100% of your payments go into your single Stripe account. You have no backups whatsoever. Do you think you guys would be able to sleep peacefully at night? I highly doubt so. And I can tell you guys from experience that the moment I got my backup payment processors, my sleep quality has improved tremendously. And the stress levels will go down significantly, which again is going to reflect in the quality of the work that you're going to put in with your dropshipping store. And as a result of that, you're going to improve, your bottom line, your revenue, your profits. Really, your bottom line depends on your stress level. The higher your stress levels, the less you're going to be able to put in some quality work. Hence, you need as many backup payment processors as possible because your payment processor sits at the very top of the pyramid of the most important components of your dropshipping business. Now, for the other things like your supplier, you also have to ensure that you get at least 2 suppliers you are working with. So if one vanishes for some reason, because trust me guys, it happens, I'm speaking from experience, then you can immediately switch to the other backup supplier and you will not risk disrupting your business and losing revenue. Same goes for your advertising platforms. You should always have multiple ad accounts, multiple business managers and business Facebook pages. So if any one of these 3 crucial Facebook assets gets banned for some reason or shut down, you are immediately able to switch to the other backup and keep running your business smoothly without interruptions. I would say that Facebook is the second most critical thing right after the payment processor because a lot of things can go wrong with Facebook for whatever reason and for no reason. Really, because there's some actual legitimate established brands that have a very good reputation online and for some reason they get their pages banned or their ad accounts shut down, and there is really no reason whatsoever behind this. So the only thing that you can do to ensure that you are armed against this type of unfortunate event is to really have backups of every single asset. Like I said, your Facebook page, your ad accounts, and your business managers. Get as many of them as possible. The next thing is the team that you are working with. If you are working with a team of VAs to whom you have outsourced some of the tasks that have to be done to run your dropshipping business, well, you cannot rely on them 100% because again, with human beings, things can go wrong. So if something goes wrong or if some VAs vanish for some reason, you can quickly switch to the next person you have in line so you can keep your business running smoothly without interruptions. Now moving on to the online banks, you should never put all of your money, all of your eggs into one basket, meaning into one online bank. This not only applies to your personal banking, but it applies even more so with your business banking because again, with online banks, a lot of things can go wrong because there are so many unpredictable factors that come into play. This is something that has affected me personally. So what happened to me is I was running a BusinessWise account, and with that BusinessWise account, I was paying my ad bills with the virtual card that was supplied with that Wise account. What happened with that Wise account, I believe it was back in November of 2023, they just stopped all of their credit card operations for US Wise accounts. owned by non-US residents, by aliens. And if I didn't have my Mercury bank account as a backup, that would have destroyed my business altogether, because I relied on that virtual card to pay my ad bills. So if I didn't have a backup credit card lined up, ready to go, and then I would have no way to pay those Facebook ad bills. And if I don't pay the Facebook ad bills, then there is no more traffic, no more sales, and the entire business goes down. So I was super thankful that I had a backup online bank lined up, ready to go. And if I didn't have it, shit would have hit the fan. So this just goes to show the importance of having backups for every single aspect of running your dropshipping business. So I hope that you guys found this video valuable. I hope that you're gonna apply this backup strategy to your dropshipping business. Have as many backups as possible so you can protect yourself from unfortunate events that have the ability to disrupt your business in a very bad way and could potentially stop your business from running altogether. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, please drop them down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.